I've had my eye on you. Hot as brimstone, jagged as lightning, and seething like the river Styx. But there's something missing, isn't there? You're hungry for pleasures beyond this plane. Something more satisfying than mortal flesh, blood, and bone. The ecstasy of agony, the pain of the damned, distilled into pure bliss. Beyond every climax you've known, the little death writ large. Smile, and I'll come to you when you put your head down to rest. I will sate your most forbidden lusts. Or don't, and know the eternal ache of the unknown and the unanswered. Tonight, then. Be ready.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Come for a chat?
You are enveloped in myriad sensations all at once. Flaming desire and icy despair, the strength of iron, and the haze of thick swamp mist.
The 9 hells of Beator. The ultimate torment, some souls would say. Those souls lack imagination. I'm going to show you the true wages of your sin.
Pure lust courses through your veins and plucks at your flesh. You don't know what you want, only that you want it.
You feel it, don't you? Primal hunger, irrepressible decadence. Forget the heavens. This is paradise. Let me show you.
An inferno engulfs you. Your lust blazes hot.
Do you feel it? Avernus, where hell's legions march, screaming their rage. Where the Styx collects the blood of the fallen. Reach out. Have a taste.
The flavor is exquisite as spiced wine, terrible as rotting offal. It does not quench your lust. It only stokes it.
Don't worry, pet. I won't leave till you're fully satisfied. Dis, the blackened Elysium. Menauros, the rotting bog. The molten seas and soil of Thlegathos. Stygia, the frozen ocean. Choose a hell. Have your fill.
Magma flows around you and into you, and the devil in you is awakened. The heat is unbearable, yet somehow not nearly enough. You crave still more.
To think how you starved yourself up to this moment. To think how you chose the sweet over the bitter. One last choice. And starve no longer. Malbolgia, the desolation. The forgotten ruins of Maladomini. Cania and its mountains of ice. Or Nessus, the seat of infernal power.
You are flush with untold power. You could rip apart mountains and bring gods to their knees. This is the ultimate you. The commander of the plains, the director of fate.
Take me and know the essence of the hells.
Your hunger pulls you toward her. The hunger for the twin heats of Avernus and Phlegethos. Mizora's lips meet yours and Nessus rises. You are locked in torrid struggle, each fighting to conquer the other. Yet in a wink, you are reformed. A devil in spirit, if not body. For one depraved night, you feast on the sins of the body, the mind, and the soul.
The pleasure of torment. The torment of pleasure. You're forever marked. Can't you feel it? Where my lips scorched your skin. How your soul burns with flame.
Your pores flood with heat and frigid water. Your parched tongue searches for the right response.
One taste, one indulgence, but the delicious agony remains. A pity for you, the one taste is all I'll give.
Kind of you to offer a free sample, then. Now that he's tried out inferior goods, he'll know just how good he has it already.
Well, look who's snuck in from the shadows. I think I'll nip out for a bit, let you two lovebirds chirp. Who would I be to meddle in personal affairs?
Pleasant evening, I trust. I tidied up my hair and had an early night, but you don't look like you had much sleep at all. I'm not jealous, you know. If I wanted to bed something loyal and pure, I'd find a swan. You were offered a chance, and you seized it with both hands, and some other parts besides. It's admirable, really. The way I was raised, the way I was trained, well, it was positively encouraged to get to know each other. Even from the memories I can recall, there's stories I could tell you. All that said, there's no harm in asking me in advance. You've got to eat, after all. What do I gain from denying your appetites? Just don't forget about me either. I have needs of my own.
Lady Agatha says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble.
You catch a faint odor one without any discernible source. Wet ash, dried mud, and a hint of sulfur. Mizora channeled the hell's essence into you. You'll never be rid of their scent.
I hope. I pray that you'll show more care in the future.
Hello, my dear.
It was good for me. Was it good for you? Oh dear, the pangs of remorse. Is it our night you regret, or the fact we were caught? Judging by the zeal with which you tore into my flesh, I think it's the latter. I got what I wanted. So did you.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Come for a chat?
Have you seen the tieflings at the Southgate? Elturel's exiles, cast out by their own city.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. This soul remembers its invective, but remembers not its tongue.
Though spoken with a different voice, you recognize the eloquent drawl of Withers, the wraith that summoned the hireling.
They are but echoes. They recall not a manner of speech. Thus I lent them my rhetoric. Because you needed to speak to it. Because it feels correct, fitting. To speak thusly takes little of my effort. Besides, what better use is there of time than discourse? This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. This soul awaits thy command.
I don't know, dear. I don't know.
I almost believed you this time.
All we can do is be patient.
Don't give me trouble now.
On your way. May Lord Gortash provide.
It's over. He's too far gone.
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell. They believe you, for now. But something tells you they won't be so receptive to your charms again.
Carry on. My duty... I'm not paid to chat.
stay on my good side, yeah?
Huh?
Doesn't he have family?
You might as well lock the cell. You're too late. It's over.
By Avernus. Floric.
I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Alder Ravengard's husk, empty as a stare. Your father's a tadpole's puppet, Will. Nothing more. He's spoken accusations. Apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. You might have unlocked my cell, but there's no escape from this place.
The hell's with that? Nothing is over. Not while I still draw breath.
When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer.
Father's words.
Indeed. To think I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. And I can only do it with the help of the blade. Lead me from my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Well done. Lead the way. Keep focused. We can talk once I'm free.
Are they going to arrest us?
Be vigilant, citizen.
Oh, I can't bear glaze that Pete's the art. He wasn't even hurt.
Sounded like somebody was.
Things gonna happen to us.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out.
It's the least we could do. Your faith in this city should inspire us all.
When the flames roared loudest, you pulled me to safety. Most would have let me burn. I won't forget it. I will travel to the upper city. Find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
On his side. That should tell you something.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt. Thou art the master, so it shall be.
You've been doing?
The city fell under Gortash's charms without him casting nary a spell.
Well, most people are idiots, Will. You can lure them into a dragon's maw if you promise a bag of sweets.
The people aren't stupid, Astarion. They're scared. Gortash provoked a damned war, and then promised them safety.
Safety, sweets, it's the same principle.
To a witness who says you entered the house.
What? Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Gods, I hope they haven't put up the prices again. That ferry's my last chance out of here. Bakshi's got to have something that'll cover the rest of my fare. How do you know about that? Did those crooks down the dock send you? I told them I'll get the money in time. Not my fault they're charging triple. Take your money, my ass. No! I mean, I quit. Nothing wrong with quitting a job. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. I'm not a soldier. I only joined for the uniform and a warm bed. They're better off without me. I'm scared. All I want is to go home.
Keep those feet moving.
Good day, citizen. Please note.
The brain is resisting its orders. Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
of Lord Gortat. It is here. All livestock admitted to the city must be surrendered. All livestock is now property of the Ducal Council.
This is a parameters. That's what I was taught in the grotto. Do you know how badly those things can go wrong?
In imprisonment.
I'd rather not think of it, Shadow.
Severe punishment.
You could strangle them by accident, use too much rope and break off their legs. And if it goes really badly, you could wrench their heads right off.
What a picture you paint. Quite detailed, quite colourful, quite unnecessary.
I've had it. I've got a good mind to... Problem, citizen?
Forget I said anything. All right.
At least let us take her to a doctor. It's the first thing we want to do after we settle in.
Please provide a full inventory of any and all livestock before...
Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers.
My herd are dairy goats. I bet they're going to slaughter them, the poor things.
Turn your animals.
Still can't fathom that they hang folk in this city. Those gallows get more use than some temples. Every 10 day, I write into the Baldurs mouth about it, and every edition fails to mention it. Pathetic.
Mystra has a shrine within the city, located in the Storm Shore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you need to. But I shan't be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of the divine, Astaria?
Oh, I tried them all. None of them answered.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette? Thank you.
No, dear reader. I'm afraid one of my columns is not in the latest issue. Print issues limiting space, according to our esteemed editor. No, dear.
Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers. By then, it will be too late. I can't help the dead, but I can warn the living. Stay the path and obey the law, and you have nothing to fear.
Somewhere has been Don't think I'll be able to sleep without a decent drink. Don't get too comfortable. It's only a matter of time before the army of the Absolute gets here.
Thank helm we made such good time. The army of the Absolute at your back certainly encourages a brisk pace.
Sorry about the pong. We've been on the road for more than a 10-day. I didn't think there'd be so many inns here. We're spoilt for choice.
Gods. We should have just kept going. This place isn't any safer than the last.
Look at those walls. No better city to weather the army of the Absolute in.
I didn't see her make no trouble.
I know her. As you were, citizen.
What did she even do? I bet nobody knows. I didn't see her do anything wrong.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
If all these folks can just keep their shit together, maybe nobody else will get hurt. Maybe.
One blow and she drops like she's dead. Well, maybe she is.
Used to think those things were gonna make me feel safer. Not anymore. Used to.
What did she even do? I bet.
Fiend damn near busted her skull. I didn't see her make no trouble.
I know her. That's Golster. She's no thief.
Stay back.
No time to dally.
Warning you. She was on the list.
Take you.
Let's get going.
The citizen is unconscious.
What's next, I wonder?
I just hope someone has a good warm.
At least let us take her to a doctor.
I don't think I'll be able to sleep.
My friend's niece. Let her go.
Back off! She goes into the crypt unless Lord Gortash tells us otherwise.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You really won't feel it.
Mercenary they may be,
Good old
but
Mac.
Father always demanded discipline from the Flaming
Brace
Fist.
yourself.
Seems some grew unruly in his absence.
Your father made a fine job of polishing them up.
That fella,
But a
great.
sellsword is still a sellsword. They are just following their
Very
nature.
welcome, sir.
And you think the Harpers are more dutiful?
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? Back for more? I don't mind. So long as you're paying. Tried that once. They took the gold and hit me anyway. Better this way. I still leave with gold in my pockets. So, you having a go or not? Then move. Let someone else have a go.
We grasp the net. We embrace the cycle that has begun to its fullest degree. We must allow the mother of...
I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you.
Listen and submit to the Mistress of Disease.
We've got no choice. We have to do what he says.
The cycle comes for us all.
Gods, I don't want to die. Not now. Not here.
Oh, gods. Be spouting a load of crap. Don't waste your time.
Unless you want more lords. Straight from the Baldurs' mouth.
I would love to have seen Gortash's coronation, but I would have to have skipped the after feast. I'm on a strict diet.
You want the who's who and the what's what?
Speak to Karis. She's always got the best goss. None of it's been wrong yet.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells you. She's an awful liar.
It's honestly amazing. I'd have thought Karis's gossip would have been wrong at least once, but no. Always bang on.
Don't get me wrong. I like a wee gossip as much as the rest, but Caitlin does get a bit carried away with the tall tales.
Found anything interesting in today's broadsheet, Karis?
Wise and merciful Lord Gortash.
Straight from the Baldurs.
We give thanks.
You!
You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
Gortash is the Lightbringer. Gortash will burn the Absolute to smoke and ashes.
Lord Gortash is exactly what Baldur's Gate needs. I dread to think where we'd be without the Steel Watch. Lord Gortash is such an impressive figure of a man. I can see why he's in charge.
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
The Steel Watchers are doing most of the good here, really. I'd love a gander at those schematics. The Steel Watchers are a modern marvel. They'll protect us when the time comes.
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
Yes? I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
Nine Fingers. A name that could make a city guard tremble. If they aren't already on her payroll, that is. She runs the guild, which itself runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
Friend is not the word I'd use. Nor is petty if you've a mind to keep your tongue. But both our operations step outside the law when needful. She just likes it better there. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
People don't always know their own minds.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid. Wounds have healed. Damage has been undone. Balance has been restored. Those who seek to serve nature there can once again do so with all their hearts. There have been difficulties. Some initiates harbor too much admiration for Korga's course of action. Francesca will do what she must to rid them of such notions. She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader. Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oakfather willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
This is the city proper, is it? I didn't expect it to be so outrageously ordinary.
The history of this.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home. I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us. I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
Of course.
I suppose you've earned it.
Welcome to the Lower City, where Baldur's Gate truly comes alive.
I wouldn't mind doing a little shopping.
What's on your mind?
Good day, citizen. Please.
I don't really agree with Lord Gortash's methods, but the man does get things done.
Only Lord Gortash has the strength to protect our city. Without Lord Gortash's might, we're all doomed to fall to the Absolute.
I saw a steel watcher rip some poor sod clean in two. I guess we need that sort of thing on our side, the way things are going.
If the Steel Watchers had eyes, at least you'd feel like you were being watched by something with a soul.
Standard procedure. Gortash just wants to make sure that there's no misinformation.
The truth is the truth. We trust our readers to make up their own minds.
Boy, I got my eye on you. You got the look of a troublemaker. Don't bother the workers out here. They're already behind on deliveries without you lot pestering them.
156, 157, 15... Oh, sorry, can't chat. 15... Shit! Where was I up to? Oh, thank Corellin. You're a lifesaver. 158, 159... Watch yourself in there. Sarky bastards, these writer-types. This ain't the worst posting, I suppose. Beats guarding the docks. Place reeks. 160. Okay, let's mark that. Great. 161, 162.
keep him safe.
What do I think of Lord Gorge?
I keep telling you, animals, if you want to buy a gazette, talk to the loud little shit screaming headlines. I deliver the papers. I do not sell them. Sorry, was I not clear enough last time? I don't sell the broadsheets. Goodbye.
Listen, pal, if you're not moving my share of broadsheets, you're in my way. Shift!
These writers sure do have a lot to say. The amount of trees they must have cut down to print all these papers. And people complain about the steel watch taking up resources. Huh. Calling this news? Baldur's mouth prints nothing but lies and drivel. You do well to dump your own copies.